Before we go into a bunch of stuff with fall camp, we're definitely going to talk about it on the next podcast and go through what the roster is going to look like and depth charts and all of that stuff. Before we did so, we wanted to go through this recruiting class and just recap it and really take a look at every single player that we have here.
I think this is one of those ones where he's definitely going to be a riser during the season. We've already heard that multiple teams, other programs have come calling, and he was like, "No, I'm locked in with UW."
We're losing 2 nose tackles. This kid is going to be strength-wise, like physically, he can come in and play like day one.
I pray to God he covered it early. Do we know if he's covered it early?
No, I don't know that, but yeah, I'm right there with you. Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been 9 months, I believe, since we've been live. Had a baby. Lots happened. Life. We're stoked to be back. This kind of feels like the precursor to what was 2023 for the Huskies. But what we wanted to do here first was, before we go into a bunch of stuff with fall camp, because everybody's covering that right now, and we're definitely going to talk about it on the next podcast and go through how we kind of think this season's going to look and what the roster is going to look like and depth charts and all of that stuff. But before we did so, we wanted to go through this recruiting class and just recap it and really take a look at every single player that we have here. This is the highest I've been on a class in, I don't know, since before DeBoer was here. Some huge recruiting wins over Oregon, UCLA with Bonner. We're going to go through everybody. Oklahoma taking the number 1 recruit out of Oklahoma. Colorado. Just huge pieces. So we're going to go over every single one of them. We're going to start it off with, I don't know if this was the first year of Annie Wright football in Tacoma, but we're going to go down there first and take a look at Ta'a Malu. 85 composite. He's got offers from Boise State, from UNLV, Arizona, Utah. This kid's out of Tacoma, hometown boy, defensive lineman, 6'3", 6'4", 280, 290 in that range. He's another one of those guys that is a martial art background. I think his dad, and I believe there's another sibling of his that is pro MMA style guy, and he himself, is a fighter.
He's a trainer with Victor Sanchez Hernandez. I think Derek Hyde had played a little bit of that too.
Omar Khan,
the wrestling, rugby, Dominic Macon, same thing.
You can see
traits.
You can see the size. Right away. It's not a project when it comes to like build and frame. I think he's probably a little bit raw as an athlete.
He's stout though. He's versatile, and you can tell that people set the tone, in the trenches when you watch this film. Like he's out there to hurt somebody, in a good way, and that's what you need. He's a blue collar dog. He kind of reminds me of his kind of an older name, but Tani Tupu, married real project man. He reminds me a lot of players, But you see it right here. He can line up inside and out.
Yeah, they got him playing some O-line.
Yep, that's that good. Honestly, that versatility of the Ryan Walters front, of that Penny front, to where you're not looking to play. And shout out to St. Dog from the Discord for educating us on the Penny defense and just getting that real deep dive in there. But they want to have guys that can play like multiple positions on the front. I'll tell you that right there. That off with nasty.
Yeah,
we were late into this recruitment.
yeah.
It kind of sounded like Boise State was going to be the favorite. When you turn the Jets on with Washington, you're gonna lock that down in Tacoma. Our defensive line, we call upon players to play two different roles. Like you need to play inside and outside. And when you're 6'4", 290 pounds, once he's kind of matured, that's the type of frame that you want in that position. And that's what we have on the defensive line right now. So this is a continuation of that. Audiyong Yang, this guy is a beast and a true Husky dog. Like he bleeds it. From some of the stories I've heard, he wears that purple and gold on his shoulder, man. So let's watch some of this tape. 6'3", 343 is what he's listed at. We'll see what he weighs when he's actually on campus and working with strength and conditioning. Probably shed some of that weight. Some people too. He's down about 20 pounds from that.
Cool.
Currently. So since last offseason.
Awesome.
So since the end of last season. So sounds like he's already getting some, some insight and information. Also trains with, I want to say, AEP athletics, in the area, and transferred to Puyallup for his senior year. So we'll see him, kind of on a little bit of a bigger stage this year as well.
He's a big dude in these cliffs. He's a hoss, dude. I love it.
He's just a massive game. I mean, he gives me the DJ Fluker vibes, man. I mean, just an absolutely donkey, bro. I mean, it's the same type of thing, though. You can tell, this ain't the Pac-12 anymore, where everything's up and down the field. And we need to be able to get up and maul some dudes. And this is the type of player that we want. And if I remember, he was the very first committed class, correct?
I believe so. Second.
He might have been number 2. I mean, he was super, super early, right? But if I remember, we offered him, he committed, and then a lot of other schools kind of came calling, and he just straight up told schools like, "Hey, I'm a dog. Thanks for the offer. Thanks for the promise, but now we're wearing purple and gold."
When you're talking about some of these guys who are at the lower portion of the class, if you want to call it that, in terms of like how they're touted nationally and whatnot, and what they're ranked, these are the types of projects you want. 6'3", 340, like, if you're going to call him a project, which, you might at that weight, but it sounds like he's taking that stuff seriously with what Matt's saying, with his weight dropping and where he's working out and things like that. So you love to see that. Well, let's move along. This is one that's pretty fresh. Blaise LaVista, which is an all-time name for sure.
He was a standout during the OT7. He was highlighted during the OT7s as a standout. I mean, when you talk about over 1,400 receiving yards on 60 receptions and 24 touchdowns last season, like, okay, that's over 24 yards per catch. Like, that's pretty nasty. He actually transferred to Lincoln East, catch passes from USC 4-star QB commit Jonas Williams.
Yeah.
This season. So that connection obviously has already shown up in the 7-on-7 OT7s. They were playing on the same team this spring and early summer. So just continue to vibe. And I think this is one of those ones where he's definitely going to be a riser during the season. We've already heard that multiple teams, other programs have come calling, and he was like, "No, I'm locked in with UW."
Yeah.
So that's pretty legit to get that buy-in early. And he's got some nasty to him.
There's no way that he's going to catch passes from Jonas Williams and not skyrocket in the rankings, in my opinion. If he has anywhere close to the year that he had last year, 1,400 yards, 23 yards a catch from that kid with all the eyeballs that are going to be over there, he's going to skyrocket.
Right there, his high point, that's what I was going to say, man. He's a slid around runner, but man, he's elite at high pointing the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love doing player comp just because it's fun, but man, he's like a Tyler Lockett, Michael Gallup mix, man. Who's like, I like the way he throws and gets the ball, and you see a trend with Kevin Cummings, with Rorda, with RVP. He wants guys to not just be able to catch the ball; he wants them to go get the ball. And you're seeing that with a lot of the wide receivers we're taking last of the year.
Yeah,
one of those things that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I do not care where this kid is ranked. Like, he's a stud athlete, man. Like, if this is the wide receiver groups that we keep bringing in are over the top, and this is a kid who's signing up to come in, in a class where we took 5 receivers. There's 12 minutes of highlights for this kid.
Husky fans, if you're gonna do anything, go to his Twitter, look at his highlights from the OT7s.
The benefit of being able to do this on the channel we're doing this on. This is his Twitter. I just went over to media.
Yeah, getting 30 on that one.
A little swag. He tried to cut it out. He's like, I better get this out before it happens.
He did. Yeah. That is Jonas Williams, by the way, throwing that ball. That is number 1 approach return ball. Number 2. Like just a filthy catch.
The kid, the corner is like, wait, you caught that?
That's how you back cover it.
To me, like he's like an all-around guy. Like I don't know if there's really like a weak point in his game. Let's move on. CJ Lavender. He had a bunch of offers, 28 of them. Auburn in there, Georgia. Obviously you don't know what's commendable, what's not these days. But I mean, the pedigree of the schools that he's getting looked at from. You got your Louisville, you got Miami, Michigan State, Oklahoma, Penn State in there, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Texas A&M. So a lot of the teams from the South. This is modern day. Jensen said he said reads QB's eyes and doesn't get lost. Has the hips to turn and carry a wide receiver downfield. A legit athlete, has solid closing burst instincts, stand out in the run game. Looks like a future nickel to me with some versatility. Looks like a good film study as well. And great at diagnosing in real time. Footwork is a plus.
Pretty twitchy there.
Yeah. You see what Jensen's talking about with like the film study stuff, like read and react quick.
He almost looked more like a slot guy to me. Yeah. Boarding like that.
Yeah, he can certainly come up ahead.
Playing more in the slot, right where like Rahsjon Clark, Leroy Bryant are going to be playing. He's got no fear coming downhill.
Yeah, really good against the run here, man. Jeez. Yeah, perfect for the nickel. I'm right there with you. Safety or nickel, I'm fine with it. I mean, we have the coach who can make that happen on either position. Let's hit Ksani Giles down in Florida. 6 foot, 180. He's carrying 23 offers, which Florida is in on. I'm pretty sure Miami. Let me look at this group. LSU, Miami, Michigan State, Missouri, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Penn State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, USC, Utah. This just gives you an idea of the attention that he's garnered down there. This was an early commit again back in March. Jay Rich doing his thing in March, closing some DBs.
Missed his junior year, the majority of the junior year. So we're going to see, again, a lot more upside. Played pretty well in some offseason camps prior to that injury. Notre Dame was our biggest opposition for him. We lockered Notre Dame.
You can tell he's fearless, man. He'll put his nose on the ball, and I mean he's an athlete. I mean there's a reason why Jay Rich got him early and on the lock him down. So
yeah, amen.
Yeah,
we're going full screen for Ansu, just out of love. Beast.
And just a reminder, this is a dude that's, again, been in the lab, really building his body as well this offseason, sitting around 220, anywhere between 220, 230. Yes. So we'll see, some additional benefit that he's been working out with Utah commit, LaMarcus Bell, among others, but yeah, not super shifty, more of that downhill bruising back, but that's the type of back you need in your arsenal to be able to hold up in the Big Ten as well.
Bro is built like a defensive end.
That's kind of slow, but it's last. So.
I mean,
if it works, right?
I want to paint the picture. The future of running back is so solid. To think that we have this kid, Dre Pollard, and Brian Bonner in the same class is like absurd. It's the three-headed monster. 3 different types of guys, different types of runners, willing blockers, pass catchers, speed.
Ansu with the defensive backs for agility.
We got hurt.
Stop.
Yeah.
Ansu.
Smash, dash, and flash.
Shout out to their film guy for having the absolute crisp 1080p.
Quality code great shirt us out. He likes to block too, man. That's the second or third blocking highlight he put on there.
There's Ansu. Let's hit Sam while we're on it. The moment that I kind of nudged Jensen to do a write-up on him, this was the first one where he messaged me and was like, I'm so stoked. Please tell me we're going to land this kid. From Juicy Jensen, showcases rare athleticism, explosive off the snap with impressive speed, moves fluidly with loose hips, and consistently separates vertically. A strong catch radius, makes tough catches fully extended through contact. exceptional vision with ball in hand, a rare talent at tight end. That's not something that Jensen's just throwing out there willy-nilly on a kid. Truly baffling, under-recruited, and underrated athlete. Huge win for the scouting and recruiting staff here. I was reminded of Elijah Arroyo. If you're getting that comp, you're doing well. Plus on explosiveness and speed, plus on the catch radius and hands, plus on release and vision, plus on blocking.
So just on the Oregon note, if I remember correctly, his sister goes to Oregon.
Okay.
So definitely a history there. This is one of those shout outs to the re-evaluation and the spring evaluation period specifically, because he was originally on, Huskies board at defense med at edge and was obviously lower on that, but they reevaluated his tight end film. And I mean, you can see it right there. It's like, okay, I'm going to take this, this short route and then use my athleticism and going more of a wildcat quarterback position. And you're talking about somebody that realistically 247 had him, as a, let's see here, where did he start out? Composite, he's been an 87 overall on the 247, but he's somebody that on the composite side has gone from an 85 to almost an 88 in just a couple of months.
No, what are your thoughts on the kid?
Polished sprint. That's my thought on him, man.
Yeah.
Very polished, reliable tight end, man. 6'4", 225, whatever he is, something in that range. I mean, hard to say no to an athlete like that.
To me, we like to run this H-back like we saw Decker do last year. And this kid to me seems like a really obvious fit for that spot. We've got Dre Pollard here, 6 foot 180. Matt, remind me what his 100 meter was. I think I've got it here. 10.6. Yeah.
Brian Bonner both run their 10.61. He was the Nevada State 100 meter champ at his level in 2024. Over 1,200 yards of offense and 12 touchdowns last season. So he's one of those dudes that he's going to be the receiving threat out of the backfield who can literally line up anywhere on the field and make an impact. That coming out of that formation and just say,
that's not fair.
It's nasty.
And to me, the quickest and easiest and earliest way to go on a coach is getting their return.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like that is.
Wait, you think they were intentionally kicking away from him, or not kicking away from him, but kicking it so that he would have to catch it all to bounce, and it didn't matter.
You go one cut and you're not like that. I mean, you kind of said this with Jordan Washington comp a little bit, but he's very gadgety to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
See ya. So, from what I've heard, he's very obviously a receiving back, like a third down guy, gadgety guy, like you guys are saying. But man, I do like the kick return aspect for him. That speed is just rare, man.
He has that long speed too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guys have that quick bird. Got that, but then watch him look at his stride, man.
Yep.
And it's a football layup.
Let's watch this last clip. This is him on DV. I know Jensen was like, man, I don't know. Corner, maybe. Geez, that frame.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what the future holds for this kid, man. Let's hit Rahsjon Duncan. This is another one of these my guys for Jensen. He said, you guys, you don't often find guys with this speed and standard size who are this well-rounded at this age and this willing to put their bodies on the line. So you're going to see some clips of him flying around and hitting dudes with a reckless abandon. I think he plays specials in year one, but there is long-term starter upside here and a potential star player upside if the scheme is a fit. I view Duncan as more like a 4-star recruit and honestly, maybe a high-end one. From what I've been told, he's a safety prospect for us. I know he plays corner and safety for them, but from what I've heard, he's going to be Taylor May's kid.
Yeah.
6'1", 6'2", 190 pounds already. Everyone that's on me up for a say. I got a big old safety.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's playing weight's probably going to be closer to, I would say 6'1",
195. Yeah.
But I think 205 by the time he's done. And that's probably like his senior year. I would say.
Yeah, I could see that.
Primary playing size of like,
especially with Taylor Mays, what he's going to want, you know.
So you would love to know that, like, with his just like his like run supportability and just how much is like loves to stuff to run right there. I mean, you would think that some of these old DBs that come through the pipeline would come back and be like, you know, this is pedigree, this is so power.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hit Zammit. Let's go to quarterback here. So Zammit, smaller in size, but I mean, there's some Johnny level clips in this. I mean, I'm not going to go out there and call him Johnny Manziel, but I'm just saying.
Number 5 player in the state of New Jersey, number 1 offensive player in the state of New Jersey for this class. He is a state champion, Elite 11 competitor. He was invited to and played as a junior in the Under Armour All-American game.
We don't take tall quarterbacks. Bottom line. I think he's like a different type of leader than what we have in the room already. So it'll be interesting to see like the different styles of Keeney and Dash and him and see that battle kind of, you know, how it takes shape essentially, because that's going to be, you know, those are the 3 guys for the future at quarterback right now on the roster. So
they're all plus athletes.
They can all move. So there's Zammit. Let's hit Jerron Jones here. So Jerron Jones, another DB. This is going to be a corner, in my opinion. I don't see him moving to safety. I think our 2 safeties that are for sure going to be safeties, Gavin Day and Rahsjon Duncan. Jones, a little bit different. So I'll just read to you what our synopsis on him. Track background, pairs ideal with his size, 6 foot. He's versatile in coverage, smoothly handling both press and off-ball schemes thanks to excellent instincts and quick reaction skills. Jones is equally dependable against the run, showing toughness as a tackler and willingness to play physically. His knack for creating turnovers stands out. 11 picks, 5 of which were returned for touchdowns. You love that. Jones possesses all the tools needed to become a major contributor at the next level.
I mean, when you watch this film, it's just obviously any kid that's going to go to D1 makes big points, right? I mean, that's I think just kind of everyone needs to understand that. But there's just a difference of like a heaviness that you see, like when to react, when to explode, when to come and make a play just like that. You know, I just see Jerron Jones is like, I mean, he can get on the field early.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think there's 2, you know, there's been 2 players or 2 DBs in, I mean, 3 technically, but there's been 2 DBs that I've felt could come in and make early impact in their respective classes in the last 2. It's been Dylan Robinson, RDA, and Jerron Jones.
Yeah, I like that.
I just love that he's physical and he can truly play like the press.
Agreed.
That is an unfortunate play to that quarter. Did not see that coming at all.
There's Jerron Jones. Very excited. Let's not forget our boy Elijah Durr, who got lost in my endless tabs here. 6'1", 180. Offers from Arizona, Arizona State, Cal, Cincinnati, Illinois, Michigan State, you name it.
Your outside corner right there. I would say, you know, we took at least 2, or we're taking at least 2 boundary outside corners, and Jones and Durr, and you got a lot of other like position versatile guys.
About the Homer kid.
Love making sure that Tacoma's locked down.
Is that again? Is that?
I love making sure that Tacoma is locked down and we don't like these good athletes come out, like leave from the south end, man. Rashawn Clark.
That lockout one.
No.
You know, just watching this film too, you know, historically Mountain Homes had a really, I've always had talent, but man, it just had a really struggle to put, you know, teams on the field that can kind of play together. But man, it looks like they've actually started to turn around on it, which is fun to see.
Yeah.
Full side of the field lockdown.
Athlete.
Yeah.
There's just no way you're going to take these 5 DBs in this class. What is it, 5 or 6? And you're not going to have guys pan out from this group. There's too talented, too athletic, too physical, willing tacklers. I mean,
one of Derek's big things is like, he'll never see a kid that truly love the game, right? And it's like, don't care how talented you don't love the game of football. It's like, it's pretty nice to know that all these kids, want to be football players.
Amen. There's Elijah Durr.
Elijah Durr.
All right, let's hit up Easy Tokyo. Kid's athletic, man. I think if I read from one of the 247 writers for Easy, he was somebody who they expect to rise. Versatile, outside linebacker type, 6'4", 200 pounds, high football IQ. This is in 4 games, his stat line. 28 tackles, 10.5 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks. This kid is, what is he going to get, 25 sacks next year?
Yeah, Bush has been pretty good about putting out linebackers, that kind of area. It's been good about putting out some underrated linebackers.
Amen. Length, athleticism. He's going to be a problem for quarterbacks using his frame to cloud passing lanes and disrupt vision. He's also capable pass rusher, comfortable dropping into coverage on the outside too. Tokyo's diverse skill set will make him a valuable chess piece at the next level. Let's watch some of these clips. Again, I want to remind the viewers, those stats that he packed up were in 4 games before I believe he got hurt, unless it was either a transfer or hurt injury situation.
Yeah, however, he's going to be one of those guys that's going to play that ghost time position.
Yes.
Saint was talked about, that linebacker that can walk down to the line of scrimmage and be your outside pass rusher on certain downs, so you don't have to change personnel. Wouldn't be surprised if he plays probably closer like 6'4", 230, 240 potentially at the once he gets into full maturity. But definitely somebody that can get to the edge, add plus strength. But those long arms, those long levers are really good for pass rushing. Charles kind of that's what I was going to bring up. Natty is like, what does it really look like if a kid like this with being so long? I mean, he is like everything about him. I mean, it's like, what if he puts on 40 pounds? He can still move, and he can be an elite edge too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
He already shows, the ability to put his hand in the dirt. Obviously, he's got some offensive clips here too, but you can see kind of the plus athleticism.
I see pass rush specialist, and definitely that ghost 9 can afford to drop back. Yeah, geez, all these
his biggest thing will be if an offensive tackle can get his hands on him. So he's gonna have to put a little bit of weight on the interior, but
yeah.
Let's
go Dom Harris here. 6'7.5". I don't think I realized that. Yeah.
He is a huge mauler, man. He's a mauler.
He is absolutely a mauler. 36 offers for Dom. I know, like we had talked about, LSU, Auburn came in late after he committed to UW. They wanted a piece of Dom. Dom said kick rocks. Coach Switz is the man.
Coach Switz, and then bringing in Mike Brewster as well.
Absolutely.
As an analyst, that's again, and if anybody knows what it's like to play offensive line in the Big Ten, I do believe that Mike Brewster does.
Yeah. Yeah, talk about the O-line being in good hands moving forward. Those two are, man, when you listen to Switz talk, and I know we're talking a lot of gushing over these guys right now while we're watching Dom Harris absolutely obliterate everybody he's facing. Switz just when he's talking and like the type of coach that he is, he has future like NFL offensive line coach written all over him.
He actually is he really does. So when I was at scrimmage this weekend, I was texting some people, and what I said about him was the way his players like look at him and respect him and listen to him, like they're like captivated by his coaching.
Yep.
And, I mean, it's really, really very fun to see, man. A lot of his players, man, they're bought into where he's teaching. It's exciting to see.
And watch these Dom Harris clips. Beyond like the size, he can move, dude. For that 6'8".
About 3 years, and this kid as a tackle, and you got Kodi Greene on the other side.
Yeah, no kidding.
On the other side, you got Jack Schaefer and Emily Bauer. Oh my God!
It's like they took big, like becoming a Big Ten size team just like way too seriously. I mean, not like way too seriously, but they. Yeah, exactly. 6'8", 350. That's your tackle, baby. Huge. All right, Dom Harris. I mean, this one's obvious. Gavin Day. Let's get after it. Dude, so excited for Gavin Day. This is another one of these guys that Jensen was just gushing over. This is a guy who's going to come out cracking skulls. The tone setter. Yeah, exactly. Because there was this pick 6 that Matt called out before we got started. He's like, make sure you have this clip ready.
So, slow formation. Halfback tied in off the left. Fast play. Looking left. Fire the ball.
That was mine. I mean, right to him, but let's see the speed.
Like more than
The announcer's like, you're not that's
Give me the somersault.
Announcer's like, that should be a penalty.
Gavin Day, stoked, 6'3", 200 pounds, big kid.
Yeah.
All right, T.I. This recruitment felt like make or break for the perception of the class. I know Matt and others were really wanting this kid, and the fact that we got him at the very tail end of the recruitment. Without it being obvious, of course, you get somebody at the tail end of the recruitment, but he was somebody who was really close with UCLA and UW. And we got the win, and it was needed, man. We're losing 2 nose tackles. This kid is going to be strength-wise, like physically, he can come in and play like day one. I don't know if he'll be called on to do so right away. Maybe he will, but this is a stud, arguably the best player in the state of Colorado that we just come in and grab. Huge recruitment and win for Kaufusi, for the whole staff. This was optically a huge win for you.
He's definitely somebody that absolutely can probably play close to the 320 and still keep that same agility. Again, I'm going to turn more of the defensive line stuff over to.
Yeah, no, I'm curious.
Expertise, please.
Yeah, I mean, the very first thing I noticed is it plays with leverage. There's a double team right there, split the double team, doesn't let the guys put their hands on him, and kind of how he does that is he gets upfield quick, eats them into their spot. Relentless freaking motor, man. I know that's not a lot of people like to say, but I mean, look at his motor, man. He's making tackles all over the place. Double team, let me get that tackle, thank you. I mean, he's getting double teamed all game, which you're gonna have, especially when you're good.
Yeah, I love
that.
I love that call out, because you do hear that tossed around a lot, but in every clip, it's late into the play. He's giving 100%,
For sure. And the thing is, like, motor is like something in the highlight film. But go watch him when the ball ran away from him. He's not just lackadaisical. Say this with that hair, he's got a little bit of high school Danny Shelton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny Shelton's bigger, and Danny Shelton, I don't mean this in a bad way. Danny Shelton a little bit like sloppier than him in high school, especially. But I mean, like, watch his get up, man. It's nice. I wasn't great there, honestly, but every other one has been real freaking good. Or something like a lot.
I love that you mentioned Danny Shelton as a comp, given the fact that I want to say during his spring visit, he actually met with Danny Shelton.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah. So little things I remember.
I love that. I mean, low pad leverage.
Yeah.
He's like he's a Puna Ford / like
right
or more.
I mean, you that's the one thing that you probably see the most is like these defensive linemen who are just way bigger and way stronger. And I got to go back to that clip. My goodness. But
Stepping dead, get off me.
you hear about like the guys who are so much stronger than everybody they're going up against, just leaning on that. And it I mean, I know we're watching highlights for him, but like you just don't see him getting stood up too much or being too tall unless he can, like in that clip.
I mean, he's getting that big guy. I said Jerome Jones might be ready to go. This kid gonna be tough to keep it early. I pray to God he covered it early. Do we know if he's covered it early?
No, I don't know that, but yeah, I'm right there with you. We've got last four. We'll kick it off with Mason James. We'll go Derek Colman Brusa, Brian Bonner, and then Cody Greene will wrap this thing up. Mason James, this one is a big deal because this is a burner we've wanted for a really long time, and we secured him over a long-time commitment or a long-term recruitment and stole arguably the top player in Oklahoma from Oklahoma.
Dude, this guy's polished, man. Again, he's a route runner.
Burners.
Looking at my notes, I mean, he is what you would call a chain mover, man. I mean, his team, man, when they need a first down, they know where they're going. And you know who I thought I would watch him play was Robert Woods.
Ooh, yeah, I really like that comp.
That's a good one too.
You know, what,
about like Rams and Robert Woods.
He played a long time.
I was thinking back to USC. And here, yeah,
love it. Mason James, guys.
I'm going to say this really quick, and we can jump off there too. But I'm telling you, man, like the talent, the speed. I mean, the Robert Reed, the route running potential, the visions. I mean, with this wide receiver room for years, right? Kevin Cummings built something special. Right?
Yeah, getting dudes, and again,
17 touchdowns on 56 receptions, approximately 22 yards per catch for James, and
I mean, and again, this is after a huge recruiting class for wide receivers last year, and you're going and just nabbing the best player in Oklahoma from Oklahoma. I mean, his last visit was to Oklahoma, or at least what was scheduled. I don't know if it actually happened or what, but
he canceled it.
Yeah, there you go. Let's get it. Last three. DCB. I don't know how much of an introduction is needed here, but this is JJ Watt light. I mean, I don't even know if I need to throw light on it. Obviously, that's a crazy comp for me to make, but still, the size, absolute beast. One of the biggest recruitment wins, I would say, him and Kodi together in school history is DCB out of Kennedy Catholic, 6'5", 270. This kid weighs 285, I'm telling you right now. Absolute monster.
Unit. He's a unit.
It's not fair at this level.
Smallest guy myself, and then I can sit here and tell you I've never felt small like that often. I shook his hand on Saturday night. I mean, for a 17, 18-year-old kid, whatever he is right now, 17, I think. I mean, I'm talking. He could put on pads right now and be maybe him and Durkee would be like our biggest player.
Yeah.
In that.
I mean, on the team, aside from these crazy huge offensive linemen and defensive linemen we're getting, but like pound for pound strength wise, he's like got it. That is just absurd, man. It's a man among boys.
Yeah, the words that come to my mind are relentless. Just sheer power. The bull rush move is already like really evil. Honestly, I would love to see him maybe work on hands more. I don't even really know what to say about this kid.
I don't either.
But he's just so good at this venture.
I loved that he called out that a big factor for him was Kodi committing to UW because he wanted that competition in practice every day. That is a big deal.
He really gets the number 5 tackle in the country day in and day out.
And arguably, let's segue right into Kodi, and then we'll do Brian last. But Kodi is arguably the most game ready, college football ready tackle in the country. Do you guys have anything in particular?
He's the future line linebacker.
Yeah,
there's no question. I mean, he's a top 5 type NFL draft pick. I think stayed on that projection. He's Andrew Thomas to me.
he moves so well for his size, dude.
Yeah. Right. I mean, he's the number 3 composite offensive tackle in the country. And really, you could arguably say him, Jackson Cantwell, and Felix Ojo are like,
Yeah.
who can interchange them.
The thing about Cantwell, in my opinion, is I truly believe, and Ben might get on me on this. I think Cantwell might be like day one ready. Okay, like I think he totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I think Kodi, it would be most beneficial for him to play at the redshirt practice.
I think he's going to start next year.
And I'm not gonna say he can't. Prove me wrong, brother. I would love to.
I think I think some of it, if you because like we're not watching this year's tape, and I think a big thing for him was like putting on size and weight. I was just going to call out that like if you're gonna there to me, and I'm not an offensive lineman guru, but I don't see a weakness for him outside of like lower half weight. I mean, I guess, but it's not like his size is a question. Like he's going to weigh probably 320, 325. And yeah, like what is he?
He's at 6'3", right now.
Okay, so let's say he, there's that buffer that you give yourself, and maybe he weighed 305 his junior year. But I think that is the only thing that I can call out when I watch him, where I'm like, yeah, he, if you put him up against Mateo Uyunglele or what have you, that he might, Mateo is obviously refined, but I just think that Kodi's focus on the little details and like the true ambition of like getting really good and perfect at all of these different aspects, the little things, is what's going to separate him. And I think that's why you see, the national analysts calling him out as the most day one ready. And that's the thing. That was like one of the first things I read about him heading into this year, was that he was the most day one ready tackle in the country.
No, I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, when you watch this film, he looks. Here's the thing with him too. I want to say that the way he moves for his size isn't like, hey, he's just really big, so he dominates.
Exactly.
He moves with like, he creates an elite base. He creates with power. He has good feet work. I mean, it's like a lot of guys. I won't say it doesn't matter, but there's a recruit that at 6'6", 6'7", he's going to Oregon. He's a tackle. I mean, he is a monster.
Huge.
So if you watch his film,
it's not like this.
No, I mean, and he's dominated off of strength. The problem is, if the defensive lineman, you're going to go there for just as strong as you. You have to be able to work in with leverage, and if you don't know how to do that, you'll get dominant at the next level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would implore people, if you get a chance, that we won't do it for time's sake here, but like go to Twitter, up in the top, type in Kodi Greene and click over to media and watch him, his more recent, like 7-on-7 stuff, like watch his hands. Like you just don't see a whole lot of things that he's just not doing how he should, So I'm so excited.
Video, I think it's Trader talking about him. He's working out.
All right, let's wrap this thing up, boys. Bonner, this was another late recruiting cycle win. Huge win. One of the best running backs in the country, but no ifs, ands, buts about it. Yeah. Notre Dame, Penn State, Nebraska, UCLA. It really came down to UW UCLA, which is a lot of these, these recruiting battles at the end with T.I. and him, that, came down to those two schools. With Bonner, he liked that Sean Foster was the head coach down at UCLA, but, I just think at the end of the day, he wanted to make a move to a different state, and God bless it. I'm glad it's here, man. The running back room is so stacked for UW. I mean, it is set for the next 4 or 5 years.
Sean Foster, honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't think we could pull it off. I really didn't. This was another one of those commitments like the Mason James one. It just kind of lingered there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little worried when like M State got in the mix and then Notre Dame got in the mix. And when you see Notre Dame get their like second running back to class and whatnot, because again, Notre Dame, they were just in the national championship. They've got, a running back that's probably going to go, first round next year in Jeremiah Love. It was just a quiet recruitment. All you heard was like, he's taking his time. He's really evaluating his options, and clearly like, my biggest thought was when it looked like it wasn't going our way. Because again, let's be real, it was a very, very late, late kind of notification that we were, hey, this is probably going to happen.
It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of speculating. Every single one of these is just him just burning everybody, just speed wise.
Statistically, 10.61 ER in the 100-meter was a state qualifier as well.
Was that Pollard or was that Bonner?
Both. They both
ran the 10.61. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, not quite that. Yeah.
The first one I watched him, I mean, he's patient, swiftly, explosive. I mean, he's a little bit. So I was like Aaron Jones all day. Aaron down there. So that's what I see. I see a little bit too of him, and maybe it's the 31 messing with me, but I see David Johnson, the old Cardinals running back, a little bit.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I think, like, look at this clip right here. Watch this clip. This reminds me of David Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of the angle.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
He can catch passes too, man. David Johnson was king.
That's probably for me, but
David Johnson too.
He's got big balance. Yeah, I love the one cut. Always going north and south. You go east and west for a second, but always get back to go.
Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on here. I think we've been at this for 2 hours almost now. Much love to everybody. Don't forget to join the Discord. Check out the VIP subscription. We've got VIP rumors in there, kind of recruiting stuff, some behind the scenes stuff that you won't hear elsewhere from the crowdsourcing that we do and all the people that we know. We get some information there, and so you'll want to be in there. And the Discord is a blast during games. So people are just going crazy, and it's just nonstop banter. It is. It's fun. So anyways, for Noah, for Matt, much love to you guys. Go Dogs. And yeah, I'm excited for this season. We're going to hop right into fall camp here. So go Dogs, baby.